Usually that's done, that move by Weber's done for his good buddy, Jason McDaniel. But hey, Christian Salvia, we'll mix you into the game a little bit. Great job, Hot Dice.
20-14, the Rustlers still have the lead. In the fourth and final period here at Roller Jam Arena. In what has been a terrific game between these two rivals. Texas and Nevada, they wear cowboy hats in both states. And down goes the Nevada cowboy right there. Going off in the jam is number 44, Brian Gallagher. Micah Martin comes out of the pack to challenge him. Now Gallagher will have to get rid of another one. And it's Micah Martin who puts Gallagher up against the rail and spins him around a little bit. Didn't quite get rid of him all the way. Martin, he's never going to get through that double block unless he's got some razzle-dazzle up his sleeve. Gallagher pushes him out of the way and now feeds him to the wolves. The G-Force can pull this guy apart. The three members of the G-Force, Gallagher, Gamble, and Wendy, use Micah Martin like a wishbone. We'll take a timeout as Micah Martin attempts to recover from this. They just pulled his limbs apart. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's take a look at this first.
Well, it looks like the G-Force was giving Micah Martin either a proctology exam or maybe checking his insides for some kind of a resilience, but he's right back. This guy can take a lick and keep on ticking. That goes from the battles he used to have with his younger brother, Sam Martin, of the Florida Sun Dogs. He's been doing battles like this for years, Rory. He'll get right back in there.
I don't ever recall a proctology exam in that fashion exactly. But here they come. Jason McDaniel gets out there for the Hot Dice.
You didn't hang out in my neighborhood, buddy.
I'm glad I didn't. And with him is number 47, Chris Cheadle. Oh, look at Cheadle. He's doing a little pirouette, but goes down on the track. He missed him. Now McDaniel and Weber confer. They play pretty well together tonight. Very together, as a matter of fact. Weber's going to try and get rid of this block and send McDaniel through. Let's see if he can do it. There it is, and there goes the twister. He did it. And now Weber has a little something extra for Cheadle. Bloody goes after Weber. McDaniel goes in and knocks down Gamble, and they're going at it off the track and on the track.
It's 3-on-3, Rory. It's X-Men and G-Force. We'll even throw a little Marcus Cabrera in there. It's a melee. When you've got this much testosterone in the house, including our two referees, you know that powder cake's going to blow up at some point. But you think they'd get used to this move by Mark Weber, the Texas Bulldog. That twister we never get used to. But he's had their number all day. Annie Emmett, the twister. And of course, you can't have a twister without the celebration of Jason McDaniel. Gotta love the enthusiasm. Look at the excitement in that kid's face. It's contagious.
I told you he could fly, and then just for good measure, Weber dumps Bloody out into the cheap seats. Actually goes to the expensive seats. 20-18, the Rustler lead is down to 2, and the game's on the line here in the fourth period. Jason Beckstein gets out there for the Rustlers. And Mark Weber, is that Weber or McDaniel? That's McDaniel. He's out there chasing him. And McDaniel and Beckstein come together. For the Hot Dice to win this thing, they need at least 3 points. Micah Martin joins in. They've got Beckstein outnumbered. Beckstein on the inside, and now he's down. If the Rustlers are going to win it, they'll have to do it defensively. And winding up that arm is Brian Gamble. It's up to Gamble and the G-Force to try and save this thing. 20 seconds left. It's 20-18. The Hot Dice in green and white trail it. Gamble blocking. Martin trying to get by. And talk about head over heels. He's out cold. Micah Martin calls it off. Did he get enough to win it? I think he did. Oh man, the rails collapsed. Players are going over it. Referees are going over it.
They took half our cameramen off the track with some wires. I don't even know if the referees have determined who won, Rory.
Let's take another look. Watch this. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen anybody go out as hard.
Well, they call it roll their bones, but look at Jason McDaniel. Young man, you were trying to win a ball game. You see the flip with the roll their bones and Clady by Weber, but Jason McDaniel is still a loud jammer. He could have scored some points. I think Micah Martin picked up the
Kenneth Lowe has in mind for the Sundogs. That should be interesting. Are they still friends? Lindsay gets a hand up, but Talisa Miller is ready to cut her friendship with the Texas Rustlers. However, the Dice get the win tonight, 21-20. Stay tuned for another Roller